Okay, welcome back to the Commission's press room. Today is still Tuesday, the 26th of January, and we're here with Executive Vice President Vestager for a press conference on a competition case. Executive Vice President, the floor is yours.
Well, thank you very much. Today, the European Commission has approved, under EU state aid rules, up to 2.9 billion of euros in public investment in an important project for batteries. 12 member states, that be Austria, Belgium, Croatia, Finland, France, and Germany, Greece, Italy, Poland, Slovakia, Spain, and Sweden, they will join forces to support research and innovation in this strategic value chain. The project, called the European Battery Innovation, will cover the whole battery ecosystem, from extraction of raw materials, design, manufacturing of battery cells and packs, and finally the recycling and the disposal in a circular economy. The public support will unlock additional 9 billion euros of private investment. And this brings the total investment in this project up to 12.9 billion euros. So the industry's investment more than triple the size of public money. We will not recover from this crisis by rebuilding the world as we knew it before the pandemic. This is a historic chance to rebuild in a greener, more digital, more resilient way. And to tackle climate change in particular, we have to change how we power our world, how we heat our homes, how we travel and move between places. Electrical vehicles play a key role in this. They are increasingly present on our roads, and sales continue to rise even during Corona crisis. And innovative batteries is one of the keys for the success of the electrical car. Innovative batteries are really the key because batteries as such can make up to a third of the total price, and of course they determine how far can the car go in one go. Beyond the automotive sector, battery technology plays a crucial role, for example, to store renewable energy. So, of course, the obvious point is that we can use the stored energy when the sun is not shining and the wind is not blowing. But all these efforts only really pay off for the environment if we improve the production of batteries and the recycling processes of batteries. And state aid rules offer member states many possibilities to support necessary research and innovation as such. Only in recent years, sort of our normal, sort of plain vanilla rules, well, they have enabled more than 10 million euros per year in public support. But for those massive innovation challenges for the European economy, the risk may just be too big for one member state or one company to take alone. So it makes good sense for European governments to come together to support industry in developing more innovative and more sustainable batteries. Especially, of course, when the resulting innovation can benefit the entire European economy. And that is why we have put specific state aid rules in place in order to smooth the way. So member states can pool their resources, cooperate in important projects in common European interest. Today's decision followed the Commission's approval back in December 19 of a first batteries project with 7 member states participating. And that project is currently being implemented. This time, Germany took the lead to coordinate an even larger group of member states and industry players to deliver the project which we are approving today. It is expected to lead to new technological breakthroughs and innovation in the battery value chain. Let me give you just a few more details about this project. It will focus on research and innovation in four interconnected work streams. The first is raw and advanced materials. Second is battery cells. Third, battery systems. And fourth, recycling and sustainability. 42 companies active in in one or more of the 12 member states will directly participate in the project. They include well-known, very large industrial players such as BMW, Fiat, Northvolt, and Tesla, but also small and medium-sized businesses and startups. The fact that it is an integrated project across the value chain, that is important, because the various components of a battery will have to work together seamlessly. That is to be safe, to be high-performing, to be affordable. Innovation in one component, that be the battery cathodes, have to be matched by innovation in other parts, such as its anodes, its separators, its electrolytes. And when it comes to how batteries are produced, the project will bring about new innovative approaches, for example, to reduce the energy consumption in the production, but also industrial waste. To give you 3 examples, first, the project aims to improve sort of the real-time control and measurement systems of batteries, so that once a battery comes to the first end of their life, for example, after 10 years in an electrical vehicle, we will have information about its state of health. And that, of course, will determine sort of how the second life of the battery should be. Either, for instance, as storage, stationary energy storage, or to recycle so that the precious metals can be recovered for the production of new batteries. Second, the project is expected to significantly improve the environmental footprint of battery cell production. As one example, through solvent-free production processes. Third, the project also aims at an optimal use of digital technologies in production processes across the value chain, using advanced data analytics to optimize production processes. The Commission needs to assess and give its green light to such projects as the one we're talking about today. And this is because the size of support to a selected group of companies, well, there may be a potential impact on competition. And the state aid framework for important projects of common European interest, that allows sufficient levels of aid for highly innovative research projects. And what they do is that they bridge the financing gap without, or at least with limiting, distortions of competition. So in order to do this, our assessment focused on 3 key elements. First, the Commission experts confirmed that each individual part of this integrated project aims at breakthrough innovation. Second, companies can only receive the aid that is necessary for the project actually to happen, and potential distortions of competition must be kept at bay. And that is why we closely analyzed the company's financial projections, so to make sure that they are realistic. And large beneficiaries, well, they will have to return part of the aid received if their projects turn out to be more profitable than expected. Third, with significant support also comes significant responsibility. the public has to benefit from this investment. And that is why companies receiving aid have to generate sort of positive spillover effects all over the Union. And this means that the 42 direct participants will engage with over 150 indirect partners all over Europe. And that includes small and medium-sized businesses, universities, research organizations, and they will share the insights, the results, the knowledge gains, doing that in events, in publications, in collaborations. They will license certain intellectual property generated on non-discriminatory terms. And finally, they will open certain pilot facilities for interested third parties to test their products. On this basis, we have concluded that the proposed public support is appropriate and necessary to give companies involved an incentive to engage in truly ambitious research and innovation. And as mentioned, this will be accompanied by 9 billion euros of private investment. In 2017, we, the Commission, launched the European Battery Alliance under the excellent leadership of my colleague Margrethe Vestager. Since then, a lot has happened. This has been a tremendous effort by all involved to put European battery production on track to be the most innovative and the most sustainable in the world. Having batteries that are more sustainable throughout their life cycle is, of course, key to reach our ambitious climate targets. And this is at the core also of the Sustainable Batteries Regulation proposed by the Commission in December. Today's project fits right in with these objectives. And I think it's an example of European cooperation at its best. All parties play their respective role, that be companies, member states, the Commission. And this happened under very challenging circumstances here in the midst of a pandemic. Still, member states and industry shaped this project in just over a year, and within a few weeks of the formal notification in December, we have approved the project. It's also, I think, an example of how competition policy works hand in hand with other policy objectives in terms of innovation and competitiveness, making sure that limited public resources are used to crowd in private investment. Well, that benefits are shared widely and that competition distortions are minimized. And enable, of course, important projects of common European interest for the really big challenges that the market alone cannot deliver. Member states are already actively working on other such projects in key value chains, for example, in hydrogen. The Commission will, of course, do its utmost to support their plans, provide guidance, coordinate efforts, all while preserving the level playing field in the single market. And that, of course, is to make sure that public investment truly serves European citizens. Thank you.